Hello and welcome to Extra Time with me, Gary James, here on Big Centre TV. Coming to you from St Andrews, the home of Birmingham City Football Club, who celebrate their 140th anniversary this year. And with me is a young man that's family's been associated with the club for a number of years. Mike Wiseman. Mike, welcome.
Oh, thank you very much, Gary.
Nice to see you. Thanks for taking the time out to come and have a chat.
Absolute pleasure. And well, great to be here. Everybody can see the stadium with the pitch and everything looking good before the start of the season now. So it's
good. And you'll remind me now, your official title at the club,
It's
Mike?
the honorary vice president. I was a director for about 14 years, but I'll say I've got the director. That's my title at present. So, but just wonderful to be associated with the club. Really, I think we all love it, don't we?
Yeah, it is great club, great family club. But let's go back. Let's go back a little bit history-wise with your family, the Wiseman family, because you have been associated with the club for a number of years. Yeah, so just take us back to
not all 140.
No.
Otherwise, I'm using some very good.
I want to know what moisturiser you use. But I mean, the club started, 140 years ago, 1875. Yeah. But it started by a group of cricketers, wasn't it, from a local church in Bortley Green?
Absolutely. They played cricket and they decided something to do in the winter. Really, they just formed a football club, and that was it. Really, it set it up, and look what we've got today. Really, this is it. Really, so it's. It's all progress, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So when did your family first get involved, and how?
Well, I think my grandfather. I think he was probably. I say him, but no, they'd be wrong and involved. But it probably before the turn of the century, used to hang outside. We played it. We didn't play here at St Andrews. We played at a ground called Munt Street. Yeah. And he used to carry the players' kit in, and so that was his. He was only about a very young man, but just used to get in for free then. And then he set up in business and achieved his dream of becoming a director of the club. Okay. And then from there my father followed on, and then I had the privilege to follow on as well. So we go back quite a way.
So three generations.
Yeah, probably managed, I don't know, about 115 years of that 140. Okay. One of us was here, so
And what was the family business? What did he start?
Plumbing and engineering. No, we that was my grandfather set that up. That's now got. We were taken over by a company called Bovis. Yes. And that's how we branched into other things, really, but
that's how it all started.
No, it was, but it was lovely, really, because having a family business, able to combine the interest in the football well, really.
Yeah. Okay. And going back then, what's your earliest memory of coming to the club or seeing a game?
Well, to be fair, I went to prep school which was rugby playing actually, and I think rightfully so. I think my parents encouraged me to play sport rather than watch sport. But I think the first game I came here was we played Leicester City in a FA Cup tie. We lost 2-1, unfortunately. And I remember Derek Dugan was playing for Leicester, so that's dating me, isn't it? But no, I was hooked from then on, really, and came regularly. And even I went to university at Sheffield. I worked abroad, but even then, always followed results and everything. And then, as I say, came back and. Now, honestly, I don't think I've missed many games over the last few years. It's obviously certain things. I think the main thing is television message about, because occasionally they reschedule a game at short notice, which you've got arrangements for. But it's in the blood.
Okay, so over the time that you have been involved and if you like, on a professional basis and being a director of the club, etc. Yeah. The management. I mean, if you can, favourite manager.
Oh wow, that's a good question. To be honest, I've enjoyed working with them all. Really, Steve Bruce did fantastic things for us. Well, started off with Trevor. Yeah. Trevor, and I think Trevor was very unlucky. We seemed to just get to the playoffs, but never quite make it. Right. And he did a lot of good things. And of course, our current manager, Gary Rowett, Trevor signed. So that's. Well, he did, yeah. It's funny how things come round. You know what I mean? The fact that Gary has come back to St Andrews as our manager now. It was a Trevor Francis plan. After that, we had Steve Bruce, who of course came in. I remember telling us, saying, "Look, well, we'll just build for next season," and then we got promoted, but through the playoffs, and it was so funny because we obviously had a good drink after that. But then afterwards, he said to me, "What the hell have I done here?" Because he'd not built a squad at all for the Premiership, but did amazingly well to keep us up there. Yeah. Then of course he went, and then Alex McLeish came in and great character, and won us a trophy, so we mustn't forget that. Chris Hooton, great job. Great favourites here. We the European memories. Lee Clark, or didn't quite work out, but I've got a soft spot for Lee. It's just such a shame we just couldn't do it here at St Andrews, because away from home I thought we were quite a decent side, but just something didn't happen. And then of course now Gary. So you know.
And going back a number of years, the manager for his personality and the fans love him. Barry Fry.
Well, what can you say? It's some amazing games there. You know, he just. He was a one-off, wasn't he? The amount of players that I don't think we could keep track of the comings and going player-wise. But they were very entertaining years with Barry, and it was he. You know, the club was at a bit of a low ebb, and we needed somebody to just lift us. And Terry Cooper, because Terry Cooper was the manager before that, and I think Terry himself admitted that. You know, the job wasn't quite going to plan. He actually was. Terry was a superman. Just said, look, he actually told us, I think you need to make a change. So it made it very easy. And Barry came in. It was just great fun, wasn't he? And
larger than life.
Oh, he was indeed. And I think the wonderful thing is the reception when he comes back to St Andrews. I think it shows how fond we were of him.
And of course, we'll talk about it a bit more in a minute, but the 140th anniversary dinner on the 18th of July.
What an event that's going to be.
I mean, Barry's going to be there for that.
No.
But just staying with players at the moment, obviously Trevor Francis, who's the...
Well, he's got to be my favourite. I mean,
the first £1 million signing when he went to Nottingham, but for the club, for Blues, what a find.
Well, I was privileged enough. I saw him get 4 goals against Bolton when he was 16. So, you know, we're roughly. Well, I think he's just a year or two older than myself. But you know, I actually saw him come in as a 15-year-old. We remember because that was the cop stand then. That was a big terracing stand, and they used to sing "Super, Super, Super Boy, Super Boy" when he came on, and it was just wonderful, really. And you know, he as I say, he had a wonderful playing career, but I think we were privileged to see. Well, I'm trying to think how many seasons we had, about 6, 7, 8 seasons out of him, did we? Very privileged to have him for that period of time, really.
He came in 70. Was it 1970? 71?
No, I'm not very good on dates, but
1970. Yeah, 1970 he signed. I
think it was Oxford United. I think was his first game he came on. I'm trying to think he came on as a youngster, but it just. Oh, he was amazing.
And he scored something like well over 130 odd goals.
But the
for the club and the quality,
you know, and against the opposition as well. I remember scoring it. We beat Liverpool 3-2 at Anfield, you know, and I think he scored 2 goals there, and it just, you know, places you'd be frightened to death to go to, and you come away with a result thinking, wow, you know, it's just amazing, you know. So,
and some of the other players around that era, I mean, I like, I'm a bit before Trevor, but like
Bob Latchford.
Bob Latchford, of course, is coming back. Remember Bob?
Bob Hatton as well.
Yeah, he's
Gordon
coming back.
Taylor. Just.
And Trevor Hockey.
Oh, well, it's sad. He's obviously no longer with us, but he was before that era.
Yeah,
but
I said just before it.
But, he was a tremendous player, and he was one we all loved watching.
Yeah.
You know,
he was a great character, wasn't he?
Fabulous! No, Yorkshireman. He was a great personality to have around them.
And then, of course, coming on personalities, and then the crowd still love the one and only Kenny Burns.
Oh, well, what can I say about Kenny, really? Just, you know, and what a footballer as well. And shame, really. I think things just weren't going quite right for him here. But of course, Brian Clough snapped him up, and you know, he did a remarkable job at Forest and was part of the championship winning and European Cup, wasn't it, team? So you know, that shows what a good player he was. But of course, my memory of him was scoring 4 goals at Leicester. That was I think he won a sports car for that, if I remember rightly. Yeah. Oh, it was at Filbert. It was the old Filbert Streets ground. But no, that was just remarkable. But as I say, he could play in defence. He could play in midfield. What a footballer he was!
Great.
Oh, tremendous. No.
I mean, the number of players that have come through the Blues.
Oh, it is.
And the personalities amongst them.
Oh, well,
I don't know many other clubs that have produced so many good footballers that are also larger than life personalities.
People who enjoy going out with dare us. Well, I better not divulge too much about that because there's been some great nights over the years.
Times have changed, Mike, over the years.
They have indeed now, but some wonderful memories and great laughs with some of the players now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's say it's the 140th anniversary. We're going to talk more after the break and find out a little bit more about what's happened at the club and a little bit more about the background and what's coming up at the dinner. We'll do that very soon. But now, just ahead of the half-time whistle, if you'd like to get in touch with the programme, please do so. You can contact us via email. It's extratime@bigcentre.tv. That's extratime@bigcentre.tv. Please let us know about a guest you'd like to see us interview, or if we're not talking about your sport, then please get in touch. But we'll be back talking more with Mike Wiseman here at St Andrews ahead of the 140th anniversary dinner that takes place on the 18th of July. It's half time on Extra Time. See you in a bit. So welcome back. This is Extra Time with me, Gary James, here on Big Centre TV, coming to you from St Andrews, the home of Birmingham City Football Club. But hey, you knew that. And again, if you'd like to get in touch with this show, I'll give you the email address just before the end of the show. So go and grab a pen and paper so you can take it down and you can contact us. But we're having a chat to Mike Wiseman, who's the honorary. Let's get this right. The honorary vice president. That's it. The honorary.
Sorry, it's a bit of a mouthful.
I know, and with my teeth, it's even more difficult, Mike. Honorary vice president of the club, and as we've been saying, the family's been involved for a long time. There's actually a lounge, isn't there, in the ground named after your family?
It's just there, the Wiseman Suite.
The Wiseman Suite.
It's lovely, really, and we've got pictures up and everything, which is very kind of them to do that for us, really. So,
and it's a nice tribute to a family that's been associated with the club for a long time. And talking about sort of families or people associated with the club, obviously clubs have owners. And over the years, obviously, the owners have come and gone. But when David Sullivan arrived with the Gold Brothers, they did quite a lot for the club, didn't they? On a sort of putting money in and making changes to the infrastructure and things. Tell us a little bit about that time.
I think, to be fair, just say one thing. They're at West Ham now, and that really was their love from day one, But at the time, West Ham didn't want them, but they were very keen to get involved with the football club. So I would say that was our good fortune, really. They came along and we just had the Taylor report. The club was on its knees, so we did need wealthy owners to come in, not only to prop the club up, but also to rebuild the ground. And if I can just say, you'll look round here, you've got the Cop stand, you've got the railway in there, and that's all testament to them, really. And they got us into the Premier League as well. So I think perhaps at the end it soured a little bit. I think from both sides. How can I put it? I think probably owners have a shelf life, and perhaps fans wanted to change, and also from their point of view, it was a massive amount of just to come to a home game was a massive amount of travelling. So probably right change, but you can't deny they didn't leave the mark on the club, and Karen Brady as well, I must say as well, because she was very much part of the team, and I think Birmingham City was a much bigger and better place than what they left was a much bigger and better club than they inherited. So fair play to them, and they're probably doing the same with West Ham as well. So wish them all the best.
And that's it. And the changes to the ground are incredible.
Well, it is.
It's a Premiership ground. Without that.
We just love to do this. My dream would be, to. As I say, if we could replicate that there, then I think we'd have a ground with about 36,000, and I think it'd be just about right, actually. I think I imagine it'd be a very intimidating atmosphere, good corporate facilities as well, and I think we could.
Because what's the capacity of that, mate? Is it 28?
We're just below 30.
Okay.
But as I say, we obviously for the Championship that's probably okay, but we all dream, don't we? I want to see us back in the Premiership, and I think about 36,000, 37,000 would be great, really. And
well, as a club, it deserves to be back in the Premiership.
Well, absolutely.
But with sort of, I think a lot of the fans would at the moment see the quality of football they're seeing now, or they saw towards the end of last season with Gary Rowett coming in and winning most of the matches and staying up there, rather than go up too soon.
And then crashing down.
Struggle to get the right squad in place, and so. But it would be great to get into the playoffs this coming season.
Oh, fabulous!
It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
No.
Absolutely incredible. So, and I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure that.
Well, Gary's a very methodical manager. He's we've been obviously very impressed with him since he came in. He doesn't panic. He plans things, and he's, as I say, well, let's watch this space really. And it was. I think we've all got to say to finish 10th after the start we had was unbelievable, really.
Incredible.
So who knows, really? It's don't want to get carried away with it, but no, I think there is quite a bit of optimism around the club. So
and it is, and talking about that optimism, just going on again behind the scenes again, because on extra time here we do try, which is what, like we're talking to yourself,
absolutely,
and other people involved in different clubs and different sports. It's behind the scenes stuff. The team that work behind the scenes here, in my opinion, and I've worked with them, and I know most of them, second to none, they are brilliant.
Oh, passionate is the word I'd describe, and they're people who actually enjoy coming to work, you know what I mean, and they really do, well, push the bar to unbelievable levels, really, because they're in here, not only work their socks off during the week, but they're in match days and everything, and they're an incredible team, and for them really, I want to see things happen, because they put so much hard work and effort in.
I mean, they've just kept it going under the negative and the
without a lot of leadership or guidance, really, as well. They've just kept plugging away, but determined to. I think they not only love the jobs, they love the club as well, and it's so.
It is. It's a good old traditional family. Football club, isn't it?
Definitely.
And I know the club, and for anybody watching now, if you haven't been down here and experienced the hospitality and the corporate hospitality, please do so. If it's a special occasion, a birthday or an anniversary, something like that, the quality of the food and the service and the lounges is second to none. And they have won a number of awards, haven't they?
Well, they have. I'm biased on that because I'm involved with University College of Birmingham, which is the old College of Food, and they very kindly helped us out, and we've found, well, it's been a good marriage, really, and I think what we do turn out on a match day is top notch, and also on not match days as well, because like today we've come in here and there's a lot of people here, and people realise this is a good place to come, really. It's. I
mean, you say there is. I mean, we can't see it on camera now, but so when we pulled up in the car park earlier,
you struggle to park your car, don't you?
There's so much goes on during the week with conferences and events. It's fabulous. But coming up then, it's the 140th anniversary.
I know.
Soon comes round, doesn't it? Hey?
Absolutely, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you know at the moment, anyway, of what's going to happen on the 18th at the ICC.
Well, we've got, first of all, we've got a special crest. I don't know if you've seen that with the players.
I have, yes.
Which is a nice touch as well. Yeah. And I think I'm involved with the Former Players Association, but we're going to have a lot of old names. Obviously, we're still finalising the list, but like Trevor, Bob Latchford, Jasper Carrott's hosting it, and it really will be a night to remember, and a lot of nostalgia.
Well, of course, the name Jasper there, probably one of the most famous blue noses.
Oh no, but he's a one-off, isn't he? And he'll have us in stitches, I can guarantee you that, because he'll have his own script for the night. But it'll be a very special night, really, and one that should be commemorated, really, because it's a great achievement.
Well, it only comes around once every 140 years.
Absolutely right, Gary. No. So.
And I don't know. I'll give it a plug that I know there are still a few tickets available.
They're going fast. It's amazing.
But if they go to the Blues website and all the details are on that for that.
We'd love to see you there if you can make it. It'd be great.
That'll be a cracking night. Yeah. So. Moving forward, looking ahead to the new season, Gary's made I think 2 or 3 signings already. With very limited resources. What are your hopes for the season, and what are you looking for?
Well, I've got to be a bit careful to say a lot. I think there'll be 1 or 2 more coming, actually. What he's doing is he's not panicking. He's going in and putting his offers in. I think Thomas Krushak was a vital signing there, because I think I would imagine he will have the shirt to start with. But let's wait and see. But as I say, we just got to think. Well, we won the last 3 games of the season, didn't we? So that's a good point, and let's just try and carry on from there and see what happens.
And hopefully, at the moment, I mean, there's a few rumours, but rumours are rumours. But it looks like hopefully that Damari's going to.
Yeah, well, that would be a massive bonus, because he's an exceptional talent, and also the academy. We've got to give credit to them. They've turned out some great players. We've had Jack Butland, Jordan Much, Nathan Redmond. These are top players, and obviously clubs have come and poached them from us, which in a way you wouldn't. You want them to progress and everything like that. But I think there's a few more to come as well.
And it's good news at the moment. Again, Clayton Donaldson
Yes, who's
interesting. Had a great season.
Yeah,
and hopefully that looks. He's going to be with
other
us.
point, Gary. But I think Gary would have to agree with. You actually want there to be interest in your players. I think the time to worry is if you've got a team and that nobody's interested in any of your players. You think, well, no. But when people are coming in with bids and interest, it shows you must be doing something right, really. So,
and he's got a great atmosphere. We were lucky enough to be at training first or second day back, and some filming and interviewing Gary and stuff. And there's that great atmosphere, a great feeling when you walk into the place. You can always feel it, can't you? And that's what I think Gary's brought to the club, along with working with yourself and with Ian Dutton and the commercial team. And it's a lovely atmosphere now. It's a pleasure to come to the ground. So 140 years. Okay, and your family have been involved in the club for a long, long time. Let's hope you have a great season.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. Okay. Well, we never guarantee, but all you can do is do your best, isn't it? It's trying to put all the get all the right preparation arrangements in force beforehand, and then, well, who knows? You don't. But no, as I say, it sounds silly, but just the finish of last season was so good. I'm just hoping we can just carry that forward into this season, really.
Okay. All right. Well, look, we're hopefully going to get some interviews and meet up at the dinner on the 18th.
Oh, brilliant! No.
For now, Mike, thank you very much.
Oh, pleasure. Thank you, and thank you for your interest as well, and all the very best to you.
Okay. And we'll talk to you again throughout the season. But for now. It's coming up very close to full time on extra time. As I say, many thanks to Mike Wiseman here at St Andrews, the home of Birmingham City Football Club in their 140th anniversary year. But now the final whistle, I've just heard it, it's blown. It's full time and extra time. See you soon. Bye bye.